Hey Stefan, happy Thursday. I know this video is a little bit late, but I finally had a little bit of time to film. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about running and why I love it so much, especially after we did our half marathon over the weekend, which was really exciting. And to film, I decided to come to one of my favorite spots. I'm in the Institute Woods by this little lake. It was actually featured in the Oppenheimer movie, if you saw that, which I still haven't, but I need to. It's really pretty here. I actually want to show you this little, look at that heron. But yeah, anyway, I remember you always think I'm kind of crazy for running so much, and I used to actually hate it. I told you this as a kid, and like the rest of my family ran, but I like refused to do it. And it wasn't until I came to it on my own during the COVID semester at Princeton. Running club was like the only club that was operating in person, and I was like, I want to like meet some other people and like do something active. And so like the structure of meeting up with people every day I think really helped me, and I met some of my closest friends during that semester, a lot of them who were upperclassmen and who ended up being sort of like big sisters to me, who I still talk to now. And I think that really shaped my running career, and like now as a senior I try to do the same for the underclassmen. But also I think maybe you noticed this when we were racing as well. There's just a lot of community at the races, and everyone is so excited, and even though it's painful, you kind of bond with the people around you. I recently read this article that was published in The Atlantic last week, and I can't remember the exact title. It was like, running is the new midlife crisis, or quarter life crisis or something, and it was talking about how people in their 20s are starting to run marathons a lot more. The age group for marathon runners used to be a little bit older, but now it's skewing more towards people in their 20s. And the person who is writing the article, like, talking about how running is good for mental health, and I don't know, I think we've probably talked about this a little bit, but now that society's changing a bit, people in their 20s aren't getting married as early or having like as stable as careers at the same time, so there seems to be more like unsettlement among that age group, and there's also less religion, which this article talked about in terms of like having a sense of community, and so it was suggesting that running and joining running clubs and running with other people was sort of a replacement for that. Or even though I never thought of running as like a way to escape something or run away from problems or like feel more settled, it definitely does have that effect. Like when I'm studying for exams or like I'm stressed about something, I always go for a run, or my dad always texts me and like texting him about something that I'm worried about, and he's like, go for a run, you'll feel better after. And I think that's very true. But I also think it does have like a barrier of entry, and like running on your own versus running with a group are very different. So I don't know, I hope that maybe over the race over the weekend you got to see a little bit more of the running community. I don't think it's like something everyone has to do, but I think just doing it for fun or like occasionally and with other people can be really valuable. So hopefully you learned a little bit about that, and I would love to hear more of your thoughts about like how the race went, or like whether you're gonna keep running or not. But yeah, I will see you soon.